Okay, we're back. For shitty hunters.
Oh, yeah.
And more of this facility.
Which, yeah, again, is surprisingly intact considering it was supposed to explode.
Maybe they didn't finish installing all the bombs. Or maybe somebody realized, hey, maybe we shouldn't just, like, blow up this entire facility. Maybe we just should blow up, like, the laboratories and stuff.
Yeah, maybe.
Shotgun just hanging on the wall there. Why? I don't know. Because reasons.
So, hunters, do they, have the one-hit kill in this game?
I think they still do.
That's such bullshit.
The worst part is, like, there's no real warning about when it's going to happen either. It just does. Oh, I think they gave him a Talon remake and Zero.
I seem to vaguely recall something of that nature.
I think they, like, scream first and then do a different animation for their slash, I suppose.
Yeah.
See, something blew up. Just not enough. They left just enough of the lab intact that I can have access to the things I need. Well, maybe it's the thing that isn't, like, low poly and actually has some texture to it.
That's crazy talk. There's no way that... Oh.
Jello's done.
There's always room for Jello.
Clement signal. No. No. Don't pick up stuff yet. Come back for it later. Stupid automatic doors.
Is it just my imagination, or does there seem to be, like, more motion blur on the video than normal?
A little. What a poorly modeled doorknob. It had, like, very few defining characteristics. It's like, we're just gonna apply, like, a metal-looking gradient to this and call it good.
Yeah, basically. So, I see the space pirates are attacking.
Well, I'm just revisiting a joke from the remake. None of that. I still can't help but think of how irritating, like, a Resident Evil scenario would be in real life if you didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, it's pretty irritating in this, context. So, yeah.
Like, oh, I found a doorknob. What the fuck am I gonna need this for?
Basically, yeah.
Found some keys. God knows where I'll use these. So many questions. Have so many keys. Put them in the tool drawer when you go home. What are all these keys for? I don't even know. Just found all of them.
Everybody's got a key ring like that.
Where did you guys even come from?
You know, that's a good question.
See, part of it blew up.
Goodbye, Eagle Plate. Fly like an eagle to the sea.
Or the sewer.
I mean, presumably this being Umbrella, the sewer eventually dumps out into the sea.
No. None of that. Hell yeah, I want the side pack. I like how they don't even mince it with Chris. Just like, here's the side pack. That seems really inefficient to have those things just like patrolling as opposed to, you know, actively searching for things. Hey, that's not the same doorknob.
No, clearly not.
Also, how did Chris install that doorknob without any tools?
Wishful thinking?
You can't just, like, put a fucking doorknob on, trust me.
Yeah, typically they don't work too well without actually, you know, being screwed in.
Unless there's, like, really powerful magnets involved. That's the only thing I can think of. That, and if you think about it, if it didn't have a knob, wouldn't you just be able to just, like, kick it open?
Yeah, come to think of it.
Shit, I do a lot of that as a Resident Evil protagonist. Like, you know, I'm just gonna knock this door down. Perhaps not the wisest decision, but also the fastest.
Yeah, it really is.
Especially after observing, well, zombies apparently aren't really good at opening doors. They can just bang on them, so all I have to do is put something in front of a door. As long as the door swings inwards.
Yeah.
And hope it's not made of, like, cheap, flimsy-ass wood. Ow!
That gag will never get old.
I like how they have to justify that for some reason. Like, look, Hunter came down the elevator. Came through the door. How? I don't know. How did it know specifically how to get to you? Who fucking knows? Another key.
Because we don't have enough keys yet.
Oh boy. Secret passage.
Secret passage.
The underground passage which leads to the mansion where Alexia and I live has been badly damaged. Although I can never allow the unwashed masses to see Alexia, I cannot go on using the underground waterway that these local peasants made either. Oh yes, I think I'll have those prisoners build a bridge. It must be a gorgeous bridge that befits the perfection that is Alexia. So it's going to be very cold. Of course, I must kill everyone involved in the construction of the bridge after it is done, so that no one will know about the existence of our mansion. But that is okay, as I have no problem executing such matters. Once the bridge is completed, I'll seal the mansion entrance door at the end of the underground waterway. The entrance of the waterway is locked by the diorama trick, ensuring the secrecy of our mansion. Alfred Ashford. Well, I mean, I guess it did work.
Yeah, basically.
Because not only would you need that tiny tank model, you'd need the 3 proofs too.
Yeah. So, well played, Alfred. I guess you did a thing, and you didn't fuck it up.
And that, and like, how would nobody see the mansion in the distance, really?
Well, it's the...
There's all that fog, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, he's obviously not talking about the mansion in Antarctica.
Yeah, that was my initial thought there for a second, but then I had to think about it. I forgot there is a mansion here on this island.
Was mostly blown up. How did I get behind you? Who knows?
Wesker? Still alive?
Yep.
What are you doing here?
I came for Alexia.
Suddenly Chris starts doing his solid snake
Organization
impression.
hired me to capture her.
Wait, you attacked the island
How did Wesker get behind me?
and my sister.
Wesker bullshit. Like that, you see?
Would have hurt him though. But yet it somehow seems to take effort to lift Chris up.
How much I hate
Leverage.
you. You destroyed my plans. So now
Well, I
I've
suppose if you
sold
wanted to make
my
sure you
soul
didn't
to a
immediately
new
kill him from lifting him up.
That too.
Now, die.
Oh yeah? Counterpoint.
Counterpoint rejected.
Here's a little secret.
Make that ocelot cat noise from Metal Gear Solid 3.
Ugh, please don't.
With Alexia.
I like how the Last Days of Foxhound comic made fun of that. It was showing the events of Snake Eater as a flashback and they kept rewinding it. Hey, are we laughing about stuff? I can do that.
Alexia?
That had to hurt.
That and like, how did he throw him like that? From where he was, Chris would have had to have curved a little bit.
Wesker bullshit.
Good throwing arm. And he was like right up against the wall there, so he really did actually have to curve his throw.
What can I say? Wesker throws a mean curveball.
More like a mean Chris ball.
Yes.
Well, I suppose it would work if he, like, kind of stepped into this throw, too. But it looked like it was more of a backhanded throw.
I still can't decide if he threw Claire earlier or backhanded her.
Pretty sure it was a backhand. I'll be back for you later, Herb. Red herb is more important than the blue one.
Clearly. This reminds me of the lab in Metal Gear Solid.
Sorry about that keycard bullshit. Yeah, that sucked. Good thing I had this turntable key. Is it really a turntable, though?
No, I'd say it's more of an elevator, honestly.
I mean, it looked like there's, like, a turntable portion on it, but... Like, what the hell is it for?
I really couldn't answer that question. This facility makes no sense.
Like, a turntable has to be connected to, like, tracks or something? That's the whole point.
I mean, I could kind of see using it to manage freight loading with a forklift or something. If you've got, like, narrow space to work with, which obviously this place does, but otherwise it makes no sense.
Only because they put all the stuff on the turntable. See, some of it blew up. Took out the payphone. Why would they have a payphone there?
You know, why did they have a payphone there?
Nope.
Are they just reusing this background from Resident Evil 3 or something?
Rude.
It does kind of look like someplace from Resident Evil 3, which I can't remember completely, but...
The town hall, probably.
Maybe, yeah.
Meh. We'll just gimp around a little bit.
Oh, use the fucking herb, for Christ's sake.
No, it's blue one. I can't use that. I might get poisoned. There are those, like, hunters that show up that can poison you for some godforsaken reason.
Oh, fuck.
I think they're called sweepers.
I forget.
Well, we have a payphone here, but it can't dial out. It can only dial other places on the island.
Doesn't seem to be much of a point to it, then.
Well, I mean, you only see bits and pieces of this island, so who knows? There could be more to it.
Well, Alfred seems to have implied there was.
I feel like there's probably, like, maybe, like, one umbrella-owned town on it or somewhere. I feel like that would make sense. Otherwise, what's the point of having, like, a jeep to get around?
Yeah. That much makes sense, but why would you even need a payphone?
Corporation.
Point.
Boss, do you really mean to tell us that we actually have to, like, spend 25 cents to make a phone call from here? Yep. Look, you already need, like, 7 keys to get to the bathroom. What did you think it was gonna be like? A shitty place to work. Dear Diary, Wesker is back.
I've decided to start working out so that next time I see him, I can punch him like he was a boulder.
In the schnoz.